Hello everyone, dear students, dear viewers of ADAUTV channel. Welcome to our next lecture. My name is Elmir Mahmudov and I am assistant teacher of Agribusiness and Management Department. Our lecture is, our subject is management, and today I am going to tell about third lecture, namely this is about management and its environment, managerial environment. Okay, let's see our plan of lecture. Firstly, we will discuss about what is a management, common with a different approach to definition management. And secondly, we will discuss about management environment, and which consists of internal and external environment. Why do we learn internal and external environment, and etc. Okay, firstly, let's see in detail what's the management in common. There are five basic definitions of management. Let's see. Firstly, management is a set of activity directed at effective utilization of resources in order to achieve organizational goals. The second approach is management is working with resources in order to achieve organizational goals by performing some managerial functions. Let's see which functions in common. There are five basic functions of management. These are planning, organizing, staffing, directing, and controlling. This is our managerial functions. The third definition is management is an art of knowing what to do, when to do, and see how it is done with the best and the cheapest way. And the fourth one is the management is the problem-solving skills of effective achieving organizational objectives through the effective utilization of scarce resources in changing environment. Okay, the last definition is management is an art of getting things done through and with the help of people, informally organized groups. Okay, from these definitions we can conclude that management is a process of planning, organizing, leading, or staffing and directing and controlling of human, financial, natural, and physical resources. Why? In order to achieve organizational goals. What is the organizational goals? Organizational goals, this is an end and desired result of the activity of organization. The organizational goals may be attracting more clients, maybe make a profit, maximize a profit, to get a competitive advantage, and etc. The organizational goals of organization may be different. Okay. Another important thing which I want to tell about, this is the levels of management. What's the levels of management? In any organization, there are some levels of hierarchy, levels of administration. Well, what does it mean, levels of management? Levels of management refers to a line of demarcation between different managerial positions in organization. The number of level of management depends on the size and the workforce of organization activity. And it's that in common we have in any organization has three types of management levels. They are top management or top level managers, middle management or managers, and the first line managers or operative management or lower level management. So there are three types of management levels. And what is the top management? Top management, this is the ultimate source of authority in organization. It devotes many time to planning and coordination of all activities in organization. The role of top managers we can summarize as follows. The top management lays down the objectives and broad policies of enterprise. It prepares strategic goals and policies for enterprise economic growth. And then it's also responsible for maintaining and contact with the outside world, as well as for shareholders, for stakeholders, and etc. In common, we can say that top management or top managers, they are responsible for setting objectives, for decision making, and for strategic planning of organization, for strategic development of organization as a whole. Okay, what about branch managers or middle level managers? They execute the plans of organization in accordance with the policies and strategic plans of top management. They make plans for subunits of organization because these middle managers are maybe the head of departments or managers of some subunits. For example, manager of human resources department, manager of production department, and etc. They also participate in employment and training of lower level management. They send important information to important information and other data to the highest level of management, and they also evaluate the performance of lower level management. What about lower level management? Lower level management is known as a supervisory or office seniors, and etc. Activities include, for example, they are responsible for assigning jobs and tasks to various workers. They communicate workers' problems, suggestions to the higher level, and the plans and strategic visions from top management to lower level, to workers. They arrange necessary materials, machines, techniques, equipment, and labor for getting things done in the best manner. They guide and instruct workers for day-to-day activities, and etc. They ensure discipline in the enterprise, and they motivate workers. And due to the different levels of management, these managers must possess some appropriate skills, and these skills in common combine into three main skills group. These skills are technical skills, conceptual skills, and interpersonal skills. Let's see in detail. For example, conceptual skills, these skills are for top managers due to their responsibility, setting objectives, making decisions, strategic planning, and etc. We have some concrete skills that these top managers must possess. These skills are strategic thinking and planning skills, analytical skills, decision-making skills, problem-solving skills, critical thinking skills, and etc. Human skills or interpersonal skills, these skills are present the manager's ability to perform, to work, and to relate with the people. These skills enable managers to effective use of human potential, human capital, or human potential in order and motivates them in order for better results. Okay, these skills include empathy mindset, particularly listening, appreciation, judgment skills. The second is effective communication skills, the conflict resolution, and negotiation and persuasion, and leadership skills. Technical skills. What about technical? Technical skills involve skills that give the managers an ability and the knowledge use a variety of resources in order to achieve the objectives of organization. Okay, these skills include programming language, software proficiency, technical writing, and data analysis. What about organization? What's organization? Organization is a formally organized groups of people which independently work toward the achievement of some organizational goals, and this group surely have one or more leaders, formal leaders. And any organization, the activity of any organization, regardless of ownership, types of property, size, scale, and the sphere of activity, all process in organization or elements are influenced by some elements which can directly and indirectly influence the economic result of organization. And the main task of managers in this case is to adopt this changing of the market, of economy, as well as other situations, other all elements, and providing the flexibility and stability of organization. The manager has control and has effectively manage this changing environment. Okay, at the same time, it's necessary to consider positive and negative impact of this environment and apply some appropriate solutions for the organization in order to maximize the profit. In management practice, depending on the character and degree of impact, we can distinguish two main types of environments. These are external environment and internal environment. Let's see in detail what about, firstly we'll discuss about internal environment. Internal environment means that this is a collection, a set of all activities, all elements, all processes within the organization, and which can be directly influenced to economic result of economic activity of organization. And the difference of internal environment from external environment is that we can control, they are our control, we can control them, we can manage them, we can change all these elements of internal environment at any time it needed, and it's controllable, and we can manage them. Internal environment consists of six main elements. This is a value system. This mission, vision, and objectives of organization, organizational structure, corporate culture. This is human resources and physical resources and technological capabilities. And let's see in detail what about this internal environment. Firstly, let's discuss about human resources. Human resources is the most essential resource in organization, because any activity, implementation, controlling, realizing, planning, development of any process, any activity is done by people, by employees, and which employees can positively contribute to economic growth of organization. These employees must be skilled and knowledgeable employees, and that's why if we don't like, for example, some employees, we can fire them and we can attract another employees with better skills, with better knowledge, experience, and etc. And this is the most important. The human resources play an important role in economic growth organization, but we can change the employees at any time we need it. We can fire one employee and we can attract another one. Technology. What about technology? Technology is a set of production methods. This is a scientific description of production methods. It may be management technology, it may be production technology. We can change our technology, we can change our tools for managing people, managing organization, or we can change style of production of products and commodities, etc. We can change a technology at any time we need it. That's why it is internal environment. And organizational structure. Organizational structure is a system of interrelation between different managerial positions and management levels and functional areas in organization that outlines how certain activities are directed in order to achieve organizational goal. In management practice, we have three types of organizational structure. These are functional organizational structure, divisional organizational structure, and matrix structure. Let's see in detail what about each one. First, functional structure. Functional structure divides the organization into departments based on their own functions. There are some advantages and disadvantages of functional structure. This advantage is employee have a clear career growth path in this type of organization structure. The hierarchy is clear, and that this reduce the number of communicational channels. And their role or responsibilities, the role of responsibility of each department are fixed, that facilitating the easy accountability for each work. Work is in this type of organizational structure. Work isn't duplicated, and that's why all departments have defined responsibilities. But unfortunately, there are some disadvantages, as communication in this type of organizational structure is weak, because that causes to poor interrelation between departments. There is a lack of, because there is a lack of interaction between departments. There also has a lack of teamwork between all departments. When organization become larger, the functional areas can become challenging to work, and that's each department may behave themselves as a small company, and this cause too difficult to manage them. Okay, this is a graphic vision of functional organizational structure. How you can see from picture, the organization is divided to in our example to four main departments. This is our production department, finance department, marketing department, and human resources department. This is a functional departmentalization, and it means that all these departments has their own responsibilities. They have a clear obligations and etc. And the department, for example, the employees of human resources department couldn't work in marketing department. They couldn't work to finance department because they have a clear plan for obligation for accomplishment the goals. Okay, what about the second one, divisional structure? Divisional structure is a type of organizational structure that groups and organizational activities into a division. These divisions may be product-based, maybe geographical location-based, and customer-based divisions. For the first one is product departmentalization. It means that the various activities related to a concrete product or service are under the authority of one manager. Geographic departmentalization means that it involves grouping activities based on geographic location, like Asia, Europe, or Pacific, or Latin American divisions. And these are a graphic vision of divisional structure. How you can see from picture, the organization is divided into three main divisions. These are product X division, product Y division, and product Z division. Each divisions, they have the same departments: research and development department, marketing department, finance, maybe human resources, maybe engineering, and other departments. And each division has the same departments. This is a product-based divisional structure. And another one is geographical departmentalization. It means that the organization is divided to departments based on the geographic location. For example, a manager of South Zone, manager of Central Zone, and manager of North Zone in the country. Okay, the third one is customer departmentalization. This means that we divide our organization, we group the activities based on some customer groups, like a department to handle foreign customers, for example, department department to handle domestic customers, department to handle to wholesale customers and retail customers. This is a customer departmentalization. And geographic departmentalization, this is another example. The department of West Zone department, East Zone department, and South and North Zone departments. And another one, the last one, is organizational structure is matrix structure. It means that it's a type of organizational structure in which individuals, that's employees, are grouped simultaneously, are grouped in two different divisions. For example, one of them can be temporary and another one is maybe permanent. The disadvantage of this type of matrix structure is increasing complexity in the chain of command, and that which can lead to the higher manager-worker ratio and contribute to conflicting between the different managers and between managers and employees and etc. The organizational matrix organizational structure is a graphic division is so how you can see from picture. For example, this is a marketing. This is a marketing manager, and another one is manager of project 2, and the marketing team is responsible for take responsibility for a marketing manager, his permanent workplace, and they are responsible for manager of project 2. This is a temporary manager of the marketing team, and it can lead to complexity in command chain. They commonly they don't exactly know to whom they are responsible in concrete situation for accomplishment concrete task. Okay, the organizational internal environment is divided into two informal groups. The informal classification. This is a formal subsystem and informal subsystem. A formal subsystem consists of leadership, strategy, management, goals, marketing, operation, technology, and structure. And informal subsystems, this is a corporate culture, norms, behaviors, relationship, and politics of organization. And we can conclude our speech about internal environments that we can control them, we can manage them, we can change the elements of internal environment at any time we need. But these elements can directly influence to our economic result. And what about corporate culture? Corporate culture, this is organizational values, beliefs, norms, standards of behavior in terms of state, governmental organization, in terms of relationship between customers, between suppliers, between competitors, and etc. This is norms of behavior of all organization. Companies with good cooperation culture often have a high moral in organization and highly engaged, productive staff, motivated, productive staff. What about leadership? Leadership is a process of social influence to other people in order to maximize their efforts in order to achieve their organizational goals, their individual goals. Leaders help others to do the right things. They set directions. They build an inspiring vision and create something new. Leadership is a process of influencing to our employees. This is also element of internal environment. That's why we can change at any time our leadership style. There are different leadership styles: democratic style, autocratic style, liberal style, participative style, bossless style of leadership. And we can change at any time we need it. And this is all about internal environment. Let's discuss about external environment. All factors, all elements which are outside of organization and which can be directly and indirectly, positively and negatively influence to organization activity, named as external environment. The main distinguish of external environment from internal environment is that we cannot control the elements, the impact of external environment to our organization. We just adopt this. We just providing the flexibility of organization. We just adopt these changing trends in market, in economy, and okay, these external elements, how I said, can influence to our organization positively and negatively, and depending on the character of the influence, we can divide the external environment into two main groups. These are general environment and task environment. Task environment, maybe in other words, we can say that this is an industry environment. The elements of task environment, they have a direct influence. But what about general environment? General environments, they have an indirectly influence to our organization. And let's see in detail. Elements of industry or task element is suppliers, customers, our clients, competitors, and this is our regulatory agency and strategic partners, and etc. These elements can directly influence to our organization. Let's see in detail how these elements can influence to our activity. For example, firstly, let's discuss about customer. Who is a customer? Who is a client, customer, or consumer? It doesn't matter how you can name this. There are in our countries, not in our country, all over the world, we know the popular pronouns. The client every time always is right, and that's why we say this pronouns, because the basic reason for the existence of any organization is making a profit, to maximize the profit. But who can provide us to earn a money, to make a profit? And this is a customer. Customer pay money for the realizing some goods and services, and then we earn some money, and by maximizing the profit. The customer is the main source of making profit by organizations. That's why in this case the knowledge about the needs and preferences of consumers or clients, it doesn't matter, is very important, because if we know their preferences, if we know their needs, we can exactly fulfill their needs, and then we can earn money if we can catch their needs and preferences. And accordingly, an organization must continuously monitor the customer's environment. In terms of any changing in the needs and preferences in customers and the important thing is we have to match this changing and the changing needs of customers with the new and improved products. What about competition? Competition is the individuals or organizations which produce the same product, which produce same product and sell them in a same market. These are our competitors, and the main objective of competitors is to get a competitive advantage by attracting more clients, by attracting more clients, by increasing the quality of service or product, and by decreasing the price of product. And in this way, any activity of competitors, any activity, regardless of the type of activity, the size of activity, this may be strategy, this may be price strategy, maybe service strategy. Any activity can lead to a similar step, undertaking the similar steps by our organization. This is also can direct influence to our organization. And what about supplements or suppliers? How you know all organizations transform inputs of raw materials, machines, equipment, labor to output products, like maybe finished products, in order to sell them in the market and earn money. And there are some link between the quality of end product and the quality of raw materials, and that's why the suppliers and the supplement can directly influence to our organization, where the suppliers provide us the low quality raw materials, maybe machines, maybe labor, and it doesn't matter. The end product, we couldn't achieve our end desired result, and we couldn't produce the product with best quality because our raw material is not so effective, or so don't have a so quality. And the suppliers also means individuals or organizations who deliver the finished products to the customers, and this may be named as after sale service, and this also influence to the earning, the making money by organization. And then regulatory agencies. What is the regulatory agency? Regulatory agencies are created by local and state government in order to for the purpose of ensuring that organizations work within the laws of a country. These agencies are basically created to protect the public, the community of country from the certain business practices, and the organizations protect organizations from the unfair competition. These agencies regulate the activities of organization in 5 principal areas. These areas are consumer protection, investor protection, environmental laws. These are preservation of free market competition and labor conditions. These are our task internal environment, which can directly influence to our organization. And what about general external environment? General external environment is the set of elements which are also outside of organization, but have indirectly influence. They may be influenced positively, and may be positively, and may be influenced, and may be not influenced to organization activity. The general external environment consists of economic dimensions, political dimensions, social cultural dimensions, and technological dimensions. What about economic conditions? What about economic environment? Economic environment is in country characterizes conditions for creating, for existing, for functioning and efficiency work of organizations. This is an inflation rate, purchasing power of customers, tax system, unemployment rate. they can indirectly influence to our organization. The second one is social cultural factors. Social cultural factors means that to making a profit, to earning a money by organization can influence social or religious visions, beliefs, preferences of customers. For example, in our country, which the majority of population are Muslims, no one organization can maximize a profit by selling some alcoholic or haram goods and providing these services. In our country, these types of organizations couldn't achieve their desired results because of our religious preferences. For example, when some people they want to live in a healthy way, and they will not use drinks, alcoholic drinks, and bad products for their health. And that's why these type of organizations or enterprises which produce alcoholic drinks or oiled drinks, oiled goods, agricultural goods couldn't achieve their desired result in order our values, our preferences. This means social cultural functions, which can also has indirectly impact to our organization. And what about political factors? Political factors means that the political relationship between two countries can positively and can negatively impact to organization activity. For example, let's imagine that there are two countries. For example, let's name as country X and country Z. If between these countries they have a bad political relationship, and the farmers which are not engaged in some political issues, political relationship between countries, the farmers from country Z, farmer, he cannot realize his product to country X, because country X, due to the bad political relationship, prohibit any imports from the country Z, and that's why the farmers can't achieve his desired result due to the bad political relationship between two countries. And but maybe the political relationships maybe not delivering to trading relationship between countries, and that's why we can say that the political factors may be indirect influence, may be influence and may be not influence to organization activity, to farmers. This is the political factors, and the last one is scientific and technological factors. Technological factors, that's technological progress, scientific progress. It means that organizations can get a competitive advantage if they can apply in their production the elements of technological progress. They can apply the innovative technologies. They can apply a better equipment or technologies with the best productivity and etc. And by using the technological progress, we can increasing our quality of our product, and at the same time we can decrease cost of production. We can by minimum cost. We can increase the quality of our production and get a competitive advantage related to our competitors. And the organizations which can widely use the innovation technologies can get a competitive advantage firstly. Okay, and the another is labor market. Labor market is also can indirectly influence the organization activity. In a labor market includes educational institutes, colleges, schools, employment services, recruitment agencies, which this means that the element of external environment which provide the organization by necessary employees. And when the employees are unskilled or with less skill, these are not qualified specialists, the organization can't achieve the desired result because of unskilled employees. And that's why labor market of a country also has indirectly or maybe directly. Why indirectly? Because when the labor market provide us with unskilled employees, we can, by our human resources training and development program, we can change his employees in the best, in the positive way, and we can get skilled and knowledgeable employees, and that's why they have indirect influence to organization. And in common, I want to conclude my speech by why do we learn this environment? Why it's necessary? In order for organization to get success, to be successful, it's important that the organization must scan this environment and monitor and scan this environment and apply some appropriate solutions for the enterprise. And we have to understand the factors and how these factors can influence to our organization. And in this term, the main important is environmental scanning. Environmental scanning meaning that gathering information about internal and external environment and careful monitoring this environment to identify the future threats and opportunities. How we can gather information from our external and internal environment? There are very different analyses about environmental scanning, but I want to say about just two of them, and I will not say about this analysis in detail because this is the topic of our next lecture, and I want to just say about the name of this analysis. This analysis can the managers obtain any necessary information about external environment and external environment. The first strategy is SWOT analysis. SWOT analysis consists of four main elements: strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats of organization. Strengths and weakness, this is a characteristic of business which give advantages and disadvantages of company related to our competitors. Strength side of organizations, they can advantage in getting a competitive advantage, but weakness side of weaknesses of organization can provide disadvantages in order to accomplish tasks and providing earning money. This is scanning of internal environment. But what about opportunity and threat? Opportunity and threat, this is the element of company, of the internal, external environment of company, which in the case of opportunity, which can allow us to formulate a competitive strategies, which can develop strategies in order to accomplish goals, and threats, they are endanger us to make a profit, to get a profitability of organization. And another analysis is PESLE analysis. PESLE analysis is the analyzing of external environment of organization, particularly political environment, economic environment, social, technological, legislative, and environmental, ecological environment. This is the analysis of gathering information from external and internal environment. But we We will not learn about this analysis in detail because this is our topic of our next lecture. That's all I want to say. If you have any question, you can write on comment, and I will glad to answer them. Okay, that's all. Have a good day.